So, hey everybody, this is Mack Slaughter and Spencer Taylor with Trust Technology. We're trying just different stuff, seeing what sticks. Want y'all to let us know what you like. So we're going to call this the TTC After Show.
There we go.
Just made that up on the spot. So
I like it.
We'll market test and A/B test and all that fun stuff. See what works. But anyway, we just recorded a short podcast. We've had you here for a lunch and learn, and this time we wanted to take an opportunity and, maybe get to know NHC a little bit better, but really get to know Evan Davie.
Because not only is this Evan's first time in our office, this is your first time in Shreveport altogether, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that big water tower on the highway down by to Shreveport. So I drove by that once, and then that was 2 days ago, though. So
On your way to Dallas.
Yeah. So I knew I was in Shreveport on the way back, so I think I'm there.
You'll see the casinos if you go downtown and all that. So have you been to the casino yet?
No, I've been from the highway to here, or to the restaurant on the street.
Yeah.
To here. So that's all I've seen.
If you'd like to lose some money, we can show you where they are.
Absolutely. That is one of our claims to fame.
I'm not from here, so I can say this is like one of the only claims to fame. It's that to me. I'm a Texan.
Well, and I'm from here.
Well, that's what I'm.
I thought claim to fame was you guys.
Yeah.
We just say that's Northwest Louisiana. But yeah. Man, tell us about yourself. I know we've been hanging out for the last couple of years, working with you guys. NHC, yeah, you're a what do we call it? A southern migrant. You came from the northern provinces.
It's a transplant.
I
don't know what you call me. Masshole. That's what a lot of people call me. But
I like it.
But yeah, I'm down here now. So it's been 2 years last month. So
okay,
it's
happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's nice to see the sun every day. I had no idea until I moved down here that the sun came out every single day because it's overcast 9 months out of the year where I came from. It's different.
How'd y'all do with the winter weather we just experienced?
Used to that.
So we actually my the weekend that it snowed, my wife and daughter were actually at a gymnastics meet. So it was just me and my son home. We got that 4 inches of snow or whatever in Birmingham. So back a few weeks ago. So my son and I out in the snow, it was like we went and we jumped in the pool. So it's not heated.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was very cold.
Everybody needs a little polar plunge.
Well, where you're from, when it's 4 inches of snow, it's like clear the streets, go to school. Here you get an inch of snow or half an inch.
Shut it.
Everything shuts down.
Is Birmingham the same way?
Yeah, it's I think we only missed school for 1 day, maybe 2 days when we had the snowstorm, but it was because it was on a weekend, so they only missed like Friday was the only school. I got to show off my driving skills. My driveway is super steep, and I got out of my driveway, slid down sideways, and then when I was trying to go back up later on that day, it's because all concrete, and as I was going back up, I almost made it. I hit the top, the car started sliding. And I had no choice to start to slide sideways. So I just, instead of steering in the skid, I steered out of the skid, did a complete 180 and stopped at the bottom, parked at the bottom. I got out the car like I meant to do it. My neighbors comes out of his house like, you serious right now? I'm like, dude, I'm from the north.
No.
Meanwhile, I'm like, white as a ghost. I'm pretty sure I grew up in my front seat as I'm sliding down, spinning around.
Car truck.
Pretended like I did it. No, it's just a car. It's an SUV. But I did a complete 180 in my driveway. I didn't hit the grass on either side. Slid right down and stopped right at the bottom. Perfect parking job. Popped out. I'm like, you got to send me the video from that for me to get the Ring doorbell.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Did you get it?
I have
security camera. A lot of cars now come with those dash cams built in. Seen that?
I haven't seen it built in.
Yeah. So we were in the market for a car recently, and got to check out the new stuff just to see what's out there. And so some of the Toyotas we looked at had the dash cam built in. They probably charge you $50 a month just to get a 6-second clip.
Probably.
Everything as a service nowadays.
There's some places I think everybody has dash cams, like not in the U.S.
Oh yeah, a lot of Europe.
Yeah.
I bought one a couple of years ago just in case. I don't think I ever plugged it in. I just had it there. That way, in case anybody ever hit me, I was like, I got the dash cam. Don't mess around. It was never plugged in. No. Fortunately, I never got an accident with it either, but I caught a hailstorm on it though.
You
The gimbal said, "Fuck this."
Oh, what happened? Our camera?
yeah, when you stuck your hand like that, it followed you.
Oh, that's awesome. Did I mess it up?
No, I think the gimbal.
Oh, it just.
I think it fell asleep.
Oh, okay, because it happened like this. He pointed like that and then
Yeah.
it did it. So I didn't know if it was.
That's weird. I haven't had that happen yet.
Will yours do the
no.
thing like the little crappy iPhones do? You can do a heart and all that crap.
That's weird. So that was, I don't know, that was about 5 minutes in.
You didn't run out of space, did you? Is it still going?
No, so since it's doing Riverside, it's uploading directly. It's not.
So you still recording?
It's still recording. So.
Hey, you said you wanted it to be casual, right?
Yeah.
It's,
And if there's something that doesn't even we'll edit it out.
TTC After Show, right?
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, we're back. Camera decided to get wonky on us, but hey, that's what working in technology is all about, is how you respond. We talked about that on the regular show. I don't know, we're calling this the after show. So we were talking about...
So you could say you're the first one to do this with us.
Absolutely. So if we don't do another one, then
it's my fault.
It is. Or that means it's a limited edition.
Yeah, let's go with limited.
This is our chance to blame him like he got a chance to try to blame us earlier.
This is true. Hey, I don't know what y'all talk about, but I keep getting the blame on the dinner incident.
That foo-foo stuff? Yeah,
What's the place called?
I'm not going to out it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's an acquired taste, I'll say that. Well, you can't say that. There was, 20 of us? And probably 10 enjoyed it and 10 didn't. Maybe 12 didn't.
Yeah, I may have.
People that enjoyed it really enjoyed it. It just wasn't my thing.
Out of the... How many items we had? Like 7, 8 different things they brought out?
Yeah.
There was like 2 that I could... Like the meatballs were great. Those were real good. The steak, I think...
Mine moved and ran off the table.
Yeah, I think all it needed was a couple paddles. Shocking. And it had left. It would have took off. I think you could have resuscitated.
Possible.
With the salsa verde on top. So.
Yeah, the funniest part of that night for me was, when y'all showed up, I think y'all stopped somewhere and got a 12-pack of Miller Lite.
Coors Light, yeah.
Coors Light, yeah. So they
left it on the
They left it outside when they came in. So dinner wasn't going the way they wanted it to, and I was trying to be on my best behavior. So at one point, y'all got up. Like 5 of them went outside. Well, I'm sitting by the window. There's a huge window right here where I'm sitting. And I'm like, man, they're probably having fun out there.
You came out.
Well, that's only because
like
I looked over and you were at the glass. You were beating on the window. You're going, come on. So I was like, screw this. I'm going. We went outside and I had a Coors with a hot Coors.
A hot Coors.
Yeah. And it was a pretty good one. We left there and we went downtown New Orleans and
that falafel
place and
I thought it was a chicken waffle place.
no, yeah, we had to buy chicken to use the bathroom in the other place.
Yeah, went around the corner. Around the corner and they said we had to purchase some, so she bought some chicken. So while she was in the restroom using it, she came back out and I went and used it, and then I tried a piece. I was like, this is pretty good chicken. So when we got around the corner, she was like, back to the place where y'all were eating. Well, you weren't there that night.
No, because he ate the
We
food.
left.
So when we got back over there, she was like, anybody want any bathroom chicken? And they were like, what? She was like, just try it. It was great.
That falafel place is good.
Yeah, I had a
We'll have to try it again.
thing.
Yeah. It's not like a sit down place. I mean, the whole
Like
place
2 streets off of Bourbon, right?
Yeah, it's like almost like a back alley. It's kind of hard to find. It's kind of in a weird spot.
It's
just a little takeout place. They have one table.
That's why I walked to the bathroom with her around the place, because it was
Not exactly.
Yeah,
It's not a
it's
great
not the nicest crowd walking around there.
Yeah, I found it a couple nights before. It was like one of the only places it was open, like real late.
Captain
Walking
Market.
down there.
It was good.
It was good. Love a good falafel wrap.
So what has been your most interesting experiences now being in the South for 2 years?
So I don't know if I was telling you guys. Well, yeah, you were when we did that quail hunt a couple years ago, and the guy told me that my first quail I had to bite the head off. So I just trying to bite the head off before they told me. I'm like trying to put the thing's head in my mouth. Like, oh, we were kidding. Don't
Did
actually
they film that? Has that video aired anywhere? Has anyone seen it?
They filmed that.
I think someone's got it on video. I don't know if it I got a picture of me with the quail, but not with its head in my mouth. And I didn't bite the head off of it. They didn't. I was about to, and fortunately, they told me I was like, I'm going to bite this thing's head off because they told me to. I'm going to spit it right at them.
That would have been an appropriate response.
Yeah.
So that would have been right after you moved.
Yeah, it was like not even 2 months after we moved. So that's I was just trying to fit in. Yeah, it's close. So yeah, just trying to fit in. You know, do what I need to do. It's like, well, I'm in the South now. If I got to bite head off, most disgusting thing I've ever thought about doing, but you know, they told me to do it.
That was my first quail hunt too, and I didn't do
it. Did they try to tell you to bite?
They did not.
So you had a better guide than me.
We had a pretty good guy.
He was kind of like your guy.
He's a fun guy.
Adventure.
No, I was with the guide we had was a former, and I'm terrible with military idols, but he was like a general on some ships and stuff like that. So we heard some really cool stories. Dude was in his 70s out there walking miles with us. His dogs were fantastic. Yeah.
The dogs are like my favorite part about it.
Except for the fact that they would jump up and grab the bird before we could even shoot it.
It's kind of like duck hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you missed the dog last
year. Do you remember duck hunt?
Yes, I remember. Okay. And here's an Easter egg if you did not know. You remember Paperboy?
Yeah.
If you hooked up the zapper, a second player could be shooting the papers as you're throwing them.
I didn't know that.
Yep. We found that out just messing around one day.
You want me to go? I want to go find a Nintendo now.
I was about to say, nobody can check that now because nobody has that.
So, no, actually.
They got those little consoles that you can buy now that, like emulators.
My son's got, it's like a little Game Boy.
Yeah.
And it's got like 150 old school Nintendo games. Paperboy is one of them. So I always tell them about Paperboy. I'm like, yeah, this game Paperboy, because there's no such thing as paper anymore.
And they're like, what's that? It makes it hard to say, what do you start your charcoal grill with, or what do you start a fire in your fireplace with? You don't have any paper laying
fire starters.
Yeah. Another
get sales ads still.
That is a fact.
Not as much as I used to. I remember on like Thanksgiving after we'd eat dinner, there'd be stacks of all those ads.
All the Black Friday stuff.
Yeah. My wife used to go out at 11:30 at night. She loved it. She's going out at 11:30 at night. I would be in line at Walmart at midnight, the moment they open.
Yeah.
We used to get
don't do that anymore. Now it's just like you click online.
We used to get a service merchandise catalog to the house. I don't know if you remember service
merchandise.
You got me on that one.
Yeah, it's old. And I would circle everything that I was going to get. It had the things like there's radios, like 150, and then it says you can buy it for $9.99 a month. And I'm like, that's
put it on layaway.
I gotta get this.
Yeah,
$9 a month.
Layaway. Nobody has layaway anymore. Or what's the new layaway they call it?
Stealing.
Klarna. That too.
It's a couple of them. Klarna, Afterpay.
I've seen those pop up. Well, you know what we're getting now? The new age sales ads and holiday ads. We get a catalog from Amazon. Have y'all gotten that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got. They will send us a catalog, and it's literally like the kids grab it and start circling stuff.
Really?
I'm like, we don't need this.
Amazon, I don't get that. Why? I shop a lot on Amazon. More than I want to admit to.
Then you don't match the ideal customer profile.
Well, I guess I spend money, so I don't know how that. I think that would be the ideal profile, one that spends money. I would think. Could be wrong.
Do you have Prime? I don't know.
I got something to return right now in the back of my truck.
They've made that process a lot more difficult recently.
Not for me still, because I don't know. Like at one point, they said I had to take it to
Whole Foods.
Yeah, but we don't have a Whole Foods. But here recently, I've been able to take it to UPS store.
Well, so the problem is when my wife took something to the UPS store, they said, "Oh, you got to box it up and all that stuff." She's
no, mine. They still don't make it. It's a little small one.
Recently,
it's not like a big UPS store. It's just like a little. There's a couple post office.
At least the one we have here.
Texas over Louisiana again.
Well, I married a Texan, so.
One thing you did good. I'm not saying a lot about her. I married someone from Louisiana.
Oh, man, you can tell it on yourself now.
Yeah, well.
So, but good. You've only been here 4 or 5 hours. What's your impression of good old Shreveport, Louisiana?
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen enough.
That's why you still like it.
And I don't mean that in a bad way, really, though. I feel like you need to make another trip sometime where you're able to spend more than one day, show you around.
Do some fun stuff tonight. I think we're going to axe throwing.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
We're not. So I saw this video, the other day, someone throwing an axe at a Pilates ball. I'm like, that's got to be the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
Because it didn't hit and pop. It came right back at
it.
Yeah. I'm like, you never catch me doing that.
Yeah. That's the biggest lesson.
My famous last words.
Luckily, did not have to learn the hard way, but I built a throwing stand so I could throw knives at the house. And so that's the number one lesson is when that thing ricochets, do not try to catch it. Just let it hit the ground.
Yeah.
That's an urge to try to catch it?
Well, yeah. I mean, if anything falls, you're going to try to catch it.
I can't talk. Well, I learned a lot as a kid.
School of Hard Knocks. Yeah.
I tried to, I think I've told you this before. I was stapling posters to my wall when I was a lot younger. You know, you open the stapler up, pop it on the wall. And I thought to myself, what's making the staple stop at that spot in the wall? And I was like, I wonder if I could stick my thumb over it and stop the staple from coming out. And no, you can't.
For a disclaimer, do not try at home. You cannot.
It took like 5 seconds for me to realize it hurt, and then I never again. Yeah. I've never done that again.
It's the cross piece on the staple that stops it.
Think about trying that with those T20s.
No, I knew better than with a.
You ever seen one of those?
The staple guns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I think the reason I thought that was because a couple times I would hit it, and the staple would stop at the stapler. I had to pull it out, and I was like, "What's making it? Wonder can I stop it?" No.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a hammer stapler. I still got one of those.
We used to do something similar to that in school. We would take a stapler, open it up, and then we would hit it on our arms. It was just enough to make it go out, but it wasn't enough to really make it embed in your arm.
No, I guess I did that one.
Maybe not. Okay, I guess that's the Louisiana.
The thing we did
public school thing.
Put the glue in your hand and let it dry and peel it off.
Your finger.
The stuff we did before cell phones.
Well, I mean, you had to actually talk to each other and. Yeah, we still have that issue now. He go, man, I'm gonna reach out to them. I was like, you called him? He was like, nah, he emailed him. I was like, I'm calling him.
I'll call people. I mean, so we typically text.
Yeah.
So what is your preferred method of communication?
Calling people.
Yeah.
Old school. You know, it's I'm terrible with emails, as everybody knows. It's not a secret.
That's why you have a distro.
It's thank goodness. But yeah, I like calling people.
Yeah.
It's, people text. Nothing frustrates me more than like someone texts me and they texted me and says, "Why are we texting?" So I call them and they decline my call.
Me all the time.
Yeah.
Like no, I'm texting you while I'm doing something else.
You text me. I feel like a text should be for just let me know something real fast, and I say something back. You say something back in the conversation. But now I feel like we're writing a story.
Yeah.
We're going, and as soon as I set my phone down, I text, set it down, goes off again. Oh, okay. Goes off again. Listen, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Let's get it out. And he doesn't want to call because I love to talk. And so I'm going to make this 2-minute conversation into 20 minutes.
That's what I tell people all the time.
And the only time he talks a lot is when I've got something to do. But I can't tell him I got to go, Matt, because I do it to him.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, I'll talk to you all day if you let me. Yeah.
We don't need to talk.
We've had some great conversations. Hanging out at the quail hunt. We've done that with you the last couple of years. That's always a good time.
What's the next big event you're going to?
Channel partners.
Well, channel partner, the quail hunts the week before that.
Man, yeah. I don't even want to talk about it. The schedule is just insane, dude.
It's busy. It's the time of year.
I guess we'll have that, and then we'll have channel partners.
First time channel partners.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Channel Partners is a conference in Las Vegas for MSPs, IT professionals, agents, the TSDs or technology solution distributors. We all come together, descend on Vegas, and have a grand old time. A lot of education sessions, a lot of booth hopping. Tend to get into some shenanigans, but it's a good time, and it's where we kind of create those relationships that help us out because ultimately, not to take this too far on the business side, make it more fun, but people do business with people. Mm-hmm. And that's like ultimately why we get to know each other, and we want our customers to get to know you guys too, to put a face with the name. But yeah, we're looking forward to Vegas. Last year was my first time. This will be his first time, and first time to Vegas.
Yeah, I just started going to this stuff a couple years ago. He's always gone, and I'll say there's all kind of different people you meet, and there's some people that take this thing way too serious. And then there's a way to get educated and learn new stuff and still have a good time. And so, I mean, the team we're normally around, it's a large team. We have a good time with them a lot.
Oh yeah,
and we always have a good time with you. Like, and I don't mean no good time like over the top stuff, but it's just
good conversation.
I will tell you, if you are going to gamble in Vegas, make sure I'm around and I don't have any stake in the game because I'm good luck.
Okay.
Yeah, I sat a couple of years ago. I was sitting at. I met like a partner for a drink. We're sitting at the bar, and I was like, "Watch this! People are going to start winning." And it's like, "No way, no way!" And within 10 minutes, we had somebody won $5,000 sitting right beside me,
Wow.
and then 2 seats down to me left, they won $20,000 on like the poker at the bar.
Come on.
Not 5 minutes later, one of the slot machines went off. Guy won $400,000 on the slot machine, and they're all looking at me like, "You serious?" I'm like, if I was getting anything out of this, everybody would be losing. Because I don't have anything tied up in it. Everybody around me win.
I wouldn't plan on gambling. I may now if you're buying it.
I'll just stand near you, but you can't give me any winnings. But you'll win all night.
But this is some Spencer Taylor lore. He was a slot tech at one of the local casinos for years. Yeah, they're not around anymore.
Yeah,
Boomtown is.
I'm in Jackson. Now live casino now. Yeah.
Great name.
I used to work on the slot machines, and so this thing would happen. We always had there's regulars, like they're there all the time.
Yeah.
And then there's like you're not allowed to mess with them. Or, you get no matter what they say, and most of them are obnoxious. But there was a lady, if you got to go work on a game next to the one she's playing on, you open that door up, she's, "Oh, you're trying to do something to make my game not hit." And I said, "Ma'am, do you believe I can make your game not hit?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Well, if you believe that, then I should be able to make them hit too, right?" She said, "Yeah, I know you can." I said, "I'm going to tell you, I know that that's not true. If I could, I'd never get a chance to play them. I'd have my whole family in there, all day, everything. I'd put them on all the games that hit. We'd get rich, and I'd be done here."
Yeah.
I can't make them hit. I can't make them lose. That's not up to me.
And what was it like? They were all hooked up to a server that connected to Vegas to
Vegas. They're
manage
connected.
the odds.
State of Louisiana. No.
Okay.
The odds are managed with the CPU in that thing.
Okay.
There's a chip that sits on there, and it's got a like the gas station. They got the little tape you can't break.
Oh yeah.
There's a piece of tape over it, and if you slide that card out of there, where the chip sits, that tape breaks. You got to call the state up there. If that tape breaks, you stop right there. You shut the game down. You got to call the state up there. They got to take pictures. There's investigation. They got little cameras. So every time you come out of the game, you got to clear your hands.
So this was like 15. Oh gosh.
2008.
Yeah.
I worked there 08, 09, right before I came in.
So it may have changed a little bit. Yeah.
That's I promise that's the same. Now, what they changed while I was there, we finished up getting rid of all the coins.
Okay.
Bill validated when they take the tickets, that was still a thing, but a lot of games still had quarters and nickels.
Yeah.
We phased all those out while I was there.
Say when that person won that big like $400,000 or whatever it was that they won, they came out, they caution taped off the machine, they stationed a security guard next to the machine. And they like escorted that guy out, like whatever, to collect his winnings. It was but I think they had to test the machine and like reset it, do something afterwards. I don't know.
It was progressive, probably.
Yeah, they took it seriously. They were like, all of a sudden these guys come out, alarms start going off, people came from everywhere.
If it's one of those ones where, sometimes like there's 5 or 6 games tied together, it's got the different progressive steps on how much you can win. Those games are tied together, and some of those are tied together across, like if like the game IGT makes that game or something, matter of fact, then they'll have those a lot of places. And those progressives are all tied together everywhere. So when someone hits that jackpot here, it resets everywhere.
Yeah, because there was like a whole block of games that they shut off.
That's why they got to make sure it's legit, this and that. So
interesting.
Yeah, if you win a jackpot on the game, they don't have to pay you. Any winning, because if they win and they open that thing up and that tape's broke, they're not paying you. But then the last person that was in that book is probably about to go to jail.
Yeah. Wow. That's
Even if she
interesting.
broke it on accident, it was hard. It was not hard to break it. He broke your thumb easy. So you can throw
Probably
it.
done that way intentionally.
You got to write in the book, throw it back
Yeah.
in there. I don't know. I don't think I ever saw anyone not get paid. Most people that won a lot were people that were.
Sounds about right. You know where I stayed last year? It's at the Tropicana. It was kind of, I booked it late and there was nothing left at the regular places. And so I just looked for a Hilton property and Tropicana popped up. I booked it. Had no idea what was happening. They were tearing it down and all that stuff. So I think we figured out we were there like a month or two before they stopped having people there and they started moving everything out. So we were kind of some of the last ones to stay there.
That's pretty cool.
You got any suggestions for this year where to stay?
So I usually stay at the, so it's at the Venetian. I always stay at the Westin because I like to stay at Marriott properties. And it's kind of around the corner it's not on the strip. It's on like Flamingo Drive or whatever.
How many blocks? How far of a walk?
10 minutes. There's a back way you walk through. It's like a parking lot. You walk in the back door.
I knew you would know a back way.
We're thinking about doing the Flamingo.
Yeah,
that's
right there too.
Yeah, it's on the same side and everything.
Yeah,
Never been to
I think
Vegas,
it's
so.
actually.
Or watch a bottle.
I think it's in between the Westin and the Venetian. It's kind of like they make like a triangle. I stayed a couple years ago. I stayed at the Cosmo because that's a Marriott property.
Yeah.
And they upgraded me. So I got there and like, hey, like you guys gonna give me an upgrade? They're like, yeah, we'll give you an upgrade. Like we're gonna put you in the Lanai suite.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I got to that room. It was 2 stories.
So the room?
Yeah. The
Okay.
room I had my own private patio with a hot tub outside.
Wow.
In the room. The room went for like $4,000 a night. And I was paying like $160 a night for it. But they upgraded me. The whole room was connected to this like tablet. It's all surround sound.
So they had
I had a spiral staircase.
Parties were at your place, right?
Yeah, I was like, I'd never leave the room.
Yeah.
It was crazy because the room was probably 3,000 square feet with one bed.
Bigger than my house.
You get a room like that.
The shower was as big. It had the shower was as big as this room. I'm like, what is going on? Why is this shower so big? Like you could put a bed in it. And but I had 3 bathrooms in my hotel room. 3 bathrooms, a hot tub, 1 bed.
I'm trying to keep this podcast somewhat PG.
That room was set up for parties. I'll show you guys pictures of it.
And multiple people in the shower.
Yeah. Well, that's the first thing I thought of with the shower. I'm like, this shower is meant for like a half a dozen people or more. Like it was an interesting room. I was afraid. I'm like,
happens in Vegas.
Don't bring the black light in that room.
Yeah, it's but it was cool to have a hot tub. I just didn't bring a bathing suit. So like I had like literally.
What's wrong with?
Oh no, I was definitely sitting outside bare ass in the hot tub. I'm like, there's no way I'm not going to the hot tub. Like I'm just gonna have to go in naked and hope there's no cameras. Just by myself.
What happens in Vegas? I'm telling you, it's so interesting because I mean, you'll experience this when we get there. You get off the plane, you go through the skywalk, slot machine, like right there. Like they hit you with it.
And slot machines, because of where we are here, they don't really entertain me too much.
Yeah, there's not a lot of shock value with it. Or, well, I'm just saying, like, how in your face it is.
So it's like TV, what you see on TV.
In a lot of ways.
The kids can walk around all these places.
Yes and no.
So in the movies, you see the kids walking all through the casinos and stuff.
Yeah, they can. I mean,
like here,
I wouldn't recommend it.
The casino itself has an area. And then you have to go onto the boat here, and they check IDs to get on the boat. So kids can't be around the slot machines.
No, kids can walk through the casinos because they're just in the hotel. You can't go on like the gaming floors or anything like that.
Okay.
It's fine like inside, like walking outside, like on the strip. Like you don't want to bring your kids up there on the strip. You see some stuff that you don't want to see.
Those card clickers. You ever had those? Mm-hmm. There's these guys handing out cards that have pictures on them. And they snap them, so they make a loud popping sound. You never seen that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're out there. Well, again, I stayed at the Tropicana.
Is that something cool to have, or that's something you don't?
You don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were making it sound enjoyable.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's just one of those abrasive things that's like, what is happening right now?
I do like watching the Bellagio fountain. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I heard they were
standing in front of that one.
That's the other thing.
You know what I want to do? I don't know why, but I've only been on one time.
Yeah.
But I love helicopters.
That is out there.
I know there's a thing you can take a helicopter ride around.
There's
Vegas.
one out there where you can shoot a machine gun from a helicopter.
You can do that in Texas, can't you? Can't you go hog hunting out of the helicopters?
Yeah.
I just like that riding in a helicopter.
Nah, I'm all set with helicopters. It's terrifying.
I like
That's
that.
one of the few things that I have no desire to do is go.
It moved again. I think. I heard noise.
I don't know either.
Let's just hope it's still recording.
It could be recording. We could
Well,
probably
the
wrap it up.
mic's still working. So.
Yeah. We can chop it up a little bit. But yeah, I appreciate you being on our inaugural
Absolutely.
TTC.
Yeah, so
After
hopefully
hours.
this isn't the last one. You get shut off on LinkedIn.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, that'll be the trick. Now this will be
Probably,
our
yeah.
Patreon support. No, I'm just kidding. This will probably go to YouTube.
This is
directly.
probably hit LinkedIn. This is
Yeah. More relaxed.
YouTube, TikTok, maybe
TikTok for as long as I'm around.
TikTok account. I don't have TikTok, so I'm not into
me
it. But
neither.
Yeah,
our TikTok gets way more views than our YouTube stuff does.
we get typically 3,000 to 4,000 views per video.
How'd you feel about TikTok shut down for a day? Did that affect you?
I'm not on any social media. So
Okay.
I didn't even know what happened. I heard about it. I wasn't sure if it actually shut down or not.
So that's interesting, though. You no social media.
It's just LinkedIn. You got to be on LinkedIn, but yeah, I don't do any other social media. So I stopped social media probably like 12, 13 years ago. I realized
That's a good
like
choice.
I'm just arguing with people on here that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, something would come up, some hot topic, and I'd comment on it, and someone else would comment. And I'm like, I'm arguing with people I don't know. Like,
And even
Spend
the
so
people
much
you
time.
do know, sometimes that can ruin the relationships.
yeah,
Yeah, mine is for pure entertainment.
yeah.
I
See,
don't-
I
people
steal
less
my
than
wife's
one of my
phone and I
kids.
scroll through the Instagram reels.
That's
and
all I
sit
do
there
is
and
watch.
I just take her phone and scroll through, and she's like, "Why don't you just get your own account?" I don't want to have
Yeah.
my own account. Yeah. Plus, it limits my time getting on there because
Yeah. Limiting screen time is pretty important. So, well, cool. All righty, everybody. Thanks for checking this out. If you have any suggestions, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
you're gonna get a lot of suggestions. Don't ever.
I'll
have
get so
him
many
back.
suggestions.
Excuse me. Don't have him back.
I can say,
Awesome,
bring him
But
back. We
No,
want
I,
that guy.
I appreciate you guys having me out.
Where we have
Sorry,
where we have on next got some big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
And y'all can't see it, but they're NHC logo shoes.
They can see them now.
Take it off. Show it.
Now you got the
See.
foot content.
Showing them hiding the inside. This is dirty.
How many pairs of those do you have?
just the one.